Gray skies with a few showers and drizzle on Thursday. Then Thursday night, an Arctic blast of strong winds, rain to snow, and dangerously cold air. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, it's no fooling around. I'm talking about all this color across the map. All the colors from South Dakota, North Dakota, all the way to South Texas. Eventually it'll move into Florida. But we have wind chill warnings for Knox County running until 1 o'clock Christmas Eve afternoon. They have wind chill warnings in Central Texas for the same storm. Amazing. Wind chill advisories for West Texas from the same storm. Amazing. Winter weather advisories in Arkansas, winter storm warnings in Missouri, blizzard warnings in South Dakota. I mean, could it get any worse? Oh, they got wind chill watches in West Virginia and wind advisories in Connecticut. That's like southern New England. Wow, that's a big storm. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, and we got winter weather advisories in Nashville, Memphis, and our own plateau. Now, if you need a scorecard, may I suggest the Captain Accurate Weather app. If you haven't been using it on a daily basis, you're missing out because you need a scorecard to keep track of it all. Plus, you get Pete Michaels traffic. It's free. Go to the App Store, Google Play. Very easy to find. You just search 2 words, Captain Accurate. I assure you, you will find it. Unless you misspell Captain or misspell Accurate, you won't find it. But if you spell it correctly, those 2 will pop up. Captain Accurate. By the way, winter weather advisory, and we have wind chill warnings in effect for Knox County running until 1 o'clock Christmas Eve afternoon, as I mentioned. But what about the snow? And does the snow that the National Weather Service in Nashville for Crossville and Jamestown, does it line up with Captain Accurate's expectation? Well, let's take a look. Snow totals, 1/2 inch to 2 inches. That's their verbiage. That's their language with isolated 3-inch amounts. This runs from 6 o'clock Central, because they're in Central Time Zone, and runs till 6 a.m. Central Friday. So winter weather advisory also includes Southeast Kentucky. Now, they, in fact, are in Eastern Time, but 1/2 inch to 2 inches, isolated 3. I'm going to have my snow total map sharing with you tomorrow morning, as my premium members have been looking at it for days now. So they'll have, or you'll have, a little sample of what they've been seeing tomorrow morning. Wind chill warning from 4 o'clock Friday to 1 o'clock Saturday. This is pretty bad, too. Look at that, -10 to -20 below zero. That's the expectation for virtually everyone in East Tennessee. And they say if you're in the higher elevations, it's worse. It's -25 to -35. Didn't that get worse than like a day ago? Yeah, that's the expectation though. -25 to -35. If you're, I hope you're not hiking through the Smokies. I hope you have enough sense to not be there when it's at that peak. Almanac, our high temperature today hit 53 degrees. Everybody was calling 51 today. Oh, yeah, 51. And I said 53. We hit 53. I was off 3 degrees yesterday, so I had to get back on track. 50 the normal. Record high, 75 from 2013. And we hit 53 in Maryville and Tellico Plains, 52 in Oak Ridge and Sevierville, 52 in Morristown and Athens, just to give you a sample of our high temperatures today. But take a look around the region. They saw 53 in Nashville today and 54 in Memphis, Jackson, this afternoon. Now, I want to show you the rainfall future, the future rainfall that we'll see as we head through tonight and into tomorrow night. And we'll take it right through 8 o'clock when there will be a changeover to snow. So this is like, think of this as the raw ingredients to the cake, right? You need the right ingredients to get everything you want lined up if you're going to bake a cake. Well, if you want to know how much snow you're going to get, you got to know how much liquid's going to fall from the sky. Because whether it's a raindrop or a snowflake, it's still liquid, right? If you melt it, 0.19. Now, if this was a 10-to-1 ratio, just move the decimal over 1 space. That'd be 1.9 inches of snow for Knoxville. But we know it's not going to be all snow. Is it going to be 50% rain, 50% snow? Is it going to be 25% rain, 75% snow? See, that's the challenge in the forecast. And so as I will show you as we go up in time, we do have the expectation that snow will fall, but it's not the main story. It's like burying the lead. It's the Arctic blast. That's the big story. If you're not ready for this cold air and how long it will prevail, I really worried about you, because if you're sledding in -15-degree wind chills, you might not be out there as long as you would otherwise. Let me show you some of the future snowfall without the totals. This one suggests a big old horseshoe effect. Well, oh my, if this happened, oh, we wouldn't get anything at all. That's possible too. I've told my premium members that the horseshoe effect is certainly on the table. But things tend to change right before the big event. You know, some people are so excited about day 5, day 6, day 12. Look at the models say day 12 from now. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't even know 12 hours before it happens. So I want you to stay with me. Tune in tomorrow morning. I'll have the latest on what I expect for Knoxville and the entire East Tennessee region. Rain showers develop tonight, gray skies Thursday, and a few showers. And then the Arctic blast, I suspect, for Knoxville and the Valley, midnight to 8 a.m. Friday. That's not when it ends. That's really when it starts, because we're going to be dropping exponentially in that short 8-hour period of time. Now, the pavement temperature is another thing I can show you. Very warm, it's certainly tonight and through the day tomorrow, but you will see the contrast. This is why black ice has become an issue. Look, flash freeze potential will be down to 8, 16, about 3 in the morning Friday. The pavement temperatures will get so cold that any rain that we've seen, if it's only 2/10, it's just enough to say, whoopsie, I slipped on some black ice. I didn't want to do that. I don't even know why you're outside because it's so cold. But this, again, gives you some idea. Black ice will be one of the elements to this crazy, strong, gusty wind event, which will drop our temperatures very rapidly heading into the wee hours of your Friday morning. And obviously, single-digit pavement temperatures, in some cases, lingering into Friday night at 9 o'clock. Now, 8 o'clock Wednesday. As of this recording, it's now after 8 o'clock. Wednesday temperatures. Notice we're at 42. What does the Arctic blast look like? Show me where. Wait. Is that wind chill? No, that's negative 18 Bismarck. At 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Time, it's negative 18 in Bismarck. And that's the ooze, the purple ooze that's going to ooze right into a neighborhood near you and me. Negative 16 in Rapid City. It's a lonely 1 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and they'll get colder in Denver over time, but they're at negative 16 in Billings. These are, in fact, the 8 o'clock Wednesday temperatures tonight, and they'll get much colder in Des Moines and Topeka as it continues to move southward. Why do I know it's going to move southward? Just look at this. This is all you need to see, right? You see this, you go, oh, that's not good. That purple's going all the way to Texas. Yeah, going to go all the way to Oklahoma, and then slide into St. Louis, and right about midnight, he says, midnight, early Friday morning from midnight to 8 a.m., things are going to drop in a hurry. Boom, like that. And you say, oh, it's going to get better once the sun's out. Well, I don't think so. I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I don't expect it. It will be maybe down to about 6 in the morning, actual temperature, and maybe make it up to about 12. But the high temperature, academic as I am, will come around midnight, right? Midnight high, but we'll spend most of the day between 6 and 12. The actual temperature, but the wind chills will be about anywhere from negative 3 to negative 15. And if you're in the mountains, negative 25 to negative 35. Wow. Arctic blast. You're not kidding. We don't see that every day. That's why it's so important that you prepare, whether with your pipes, your radiator, whatever you got to do, dripping the faucet, and opening the cabinets underneath the sink. All that's a good idea. Arctic blast is coming. I use this illustration. It's the drop tower. Oh, I was on one of those one time at the carnival or the fair or maybe Dollywood years ago. Well, it's midnight to 8 a.m. This is my illustration. If it's mild at the top and the Arctic blast is at the bottom, let's see what it's like. It gives you that adrenaline rush, right? That's what this is. I mean, they were dropping 20 degrees in 1 hour. Really? Oh, come on. Nobody does that. We are. We're going to be doing that. I'll show you. And then we're going to drop 40 degrees in 8 hours. So from midnight to 8 a.m., if you don't drop 40 hours or maybe a few degrees shy of 40 degrees, I would be surprised. That's how far we're going to drop and how fast. And that's what's going to shock people. And then, of course, it's raining on the front end, and then it's snowing on the back end, and it moves in from west to east, and the temperatures drop. It's just, and then you throw in some nasty winds. Could find an initial wind gust. Are you ready for this? 35 to 55 plus. Say that again. An initial first hour, once it comes in, you can find a wind gust of 35 to 55 plus miles an hour. And then it slows down to 30 to 40 for the rest of Friday, and even for a good part of Friday evening. 30 to 40. That's why these winds are going to be gnarly, nasty, and also epic in many ways. Arctic blast in Knoxville, I still suspect we're going to be around 47 at midnight, and then we'll drop to 20 degrees to 27 at 1. This is an illustration for the valley. This is an illustration for Knoxville. You could speed it up a couple of hours for Crossville and Jamestown, the plateau. But by the time we hit 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll drop another 3 degrees, another 2 degrees at 4, another 3 degrees at 5. We'll drop another couple of degrees at 6. And then by the time we hit about, say, 7 or 8, we're down to about 6 or 7. I think 6 is probably more likely now at this juncture. 6 may come at 9 a.m. I mean, we could keep falling even at 9 a.m. 13 here for the wind chill, 5 here, based on the modeling, about 3 here, about 1 here, 5 o'clock, we're now negative 3. I believe the wind chill advisory starts at 4 a.m. Coincidentally, that's when it's sub-zero. Oh, and then it's negative 6 around 7 a.m. and about negative 11. Now, what's a negative 11 among friends? I got family coming over. It's a holiday. I know. So do I. I understand. I totally get it. But if you're not prepared mentally for this, because 90% of weather is preparation, right? If a hurricane were coming, if Hurricane Ian were coming, you'd prepare. You'd board up. You'd do whatever you'd have to do to get ready for this storm. And this is just the cold Arctic version, right? This is going to be pretty tough. It's going to be long-lasting. And one of the wind chill products that I have, the Future Wind Chill, shows this a little faster than my expectation, but it gives you a sense that these numbers mean business. Look at this, 10 o'clock in the evening, tomorrow night, a little more than 24 hours from now, it's already -10 in Jamestown. Now, maybe it's off 5 degrees. Maybe it's -5. It's still cold. It's brutal. And if you're outside and you're not wearing layers, I think the true test is when you have to pump gas. You know, when you're pumping gas, you got to stay out there for a few minutes. You go, I got to get back in the car. I can't pump this gas fast enough because I want to get inside. That's one of the elements to me. That's my litmus test for a really cold day. Future wind chill. This is 11:30 on Thursday. Look at these numbers. I mean, they're just off the chart. There's about 1 o'clock. There's about 2 a.m. This is when it's really in effect for Knoxville. Now we're down about -7. I see -25s in Oneida and Crossville with these winds. These winds are nasty. And this one takes it even down to -17. About -18 or so for Knoxville. So again, Morristown, -22. Even if this is half right, wouldn't you want to know about it? Wouldn't you want to know about it? Say this model is half right. It's still bone-chilling cold. Not cold that we've seen in a while, but it's certainly going to be cold. And I expect a low of 6 as the actual temperature. The record low Christmas morning, for example, is -6. So we're not in record territory, as strange as that may be. We're not in record territory on the 23rd, 24th, or even the 26th. Let me show you the snow element. We got rain coming in first from the south tonight. Most of that's late. And then once we get into the day tomorrow, the warm front lifts through Kentucky, works its way toward West Virginia, takes most of the rain out, but we have clouds. Then the few showers come back in once the front, the Arctic front, begins to approach, comes into town and brings in some rain on the front end, a brief mixed changeover, but it will be sharply changing over to some snow. And this one shows it looks like we got snow in the Southern Valley on this model. Doesn't show the horseshoe effect as clearly as the other maybe did, but this one shows some snow coming in for a couple of hours. Maybe we get a 1/4 inch. Maybe we get a 1/2 inch to 1 inch or 2 inches in some spots, maybe more. But once it depends on how speedy it comes in and out, then it'll be racing out of the picture by long before the sun comes up. There's 3 a.m., maybe some lingering flurries where clouds persist, and so it goes. And the bone-chilling cold air just lingers for days on end, as I'll show you in the 7-day. But there are some warmer days. There are some warmer days in the 7 days, so bear with me. Hang in there. All right, we're getting to the forecast right now. Our low temperature tonight, not that extreme, 39, normal lows 32. So we're actually 7 degrees above normal. We'll expect more clouds tonight, some rain developing, not a big deal. Probably about closer now to a 40% chance of rain tonight. 38 in Morristown, 38 in Newport, and 37 for Crossville. We're moving on to Thursday now, 49 the high. We'll be near 50. In fact, that wouldn't surprise me if we saw a little spike closer to 50 right before the Arctic front, because temperatures usually spike up and then it comes crashing down. That's just the way it goes. But we are expecting 49 tomorrow, drizzle, and then a few more showers coming in late toward the evening from the west to the east. 47 in Oak Ridge, 47 Kingston, about 47 in Morristown for your Thursday afternoon high temperature. Let's get to the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 49 tomorrow. We've got a 12 a.m. high around 27. And even technically, if it's midnight, 47. I mean, I could be off 20 degrees, but you know what? If I put 47 on that Friday, you all will be like, boo me. It's supposed to be 6 or 12. I put the daytime high. I try to be as clear as I can. Midnight high will be, in many cases, in the upper 20s, if not briefly in the 40s around 11 p.m. And then the early snow fades, and that falls. Then on Saturday, back to normal. We start at 6, and we warm up to 21. So it's not like an upside-down day. It's just a regular day, Christmas Eve. And then it's still cold, if not frigid, on Christmas Day. 10 goes to 29, and so on. Maybe a few more stray flakes on Monday. Low 40s Tuesday, and mid-40s on Wednesday. You get a rapid warm-up. It could do a number on the pipes, because if they freeze, they can contract and they expand. And, of course, we could have some issues with pipes moving on down the road. But anyway, that is the forecast. If you want to keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic, do so at the App Store and Google Play. Just search the words Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. And by the way, I have a premium service on Facebook if you'd like to participate. It is there. Go to CaptainAccurate.com for more details. But I will see you tomorrow morning with my snow forecast. It'll be publicly displayed tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. if you're up early, or you can watch it on delay. My name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.